Welcome back to the daily morning sports feed on Reds Army, with me as editor Olivia. Today, let's take a look at some notable sports news in the past 24 hours. Thank you for always supporting and accompanying us. Come to the following hot news. Bayern Munich beat Barcelona to spoil Robert Lewandowski's return. Liverpool vs Ajax. Matip plays Anfield hero in 89th minute. Messi's PSG form is excellent with Champions League, World Cup in his sights. Bayern Munich beat Barcelona to spoil Robert Lewandowski's return. Bayern Munich beat Barcelona 2-0 in their Champions League Group C match at the Allianz Arena on Tuesday night. Second-half goals from Lucas Hernandez and Leroy Sane extended Barcelona's rough run of results in Munich. The Blaugrana have now failed to win in their last 7 visits to Bavaria, recording 2 draws and 5 defeats and being outscored by an aggregate total of 16-4. For Bayern, the win could not have come at a better time, following 3 consecutive draws in the Bundesliga. Barca had the better chances in the first half. We had to rely on keeper Manuel Neuer, Bayern coach Julian Nagelsmann said. After the break we were more aggressive. We quickly scored 2 goals. We basically won because of higher efficiency. From our side I am also happy Lewandowski did not score against us tonight. Robert Lewandowski, making his return to Bavaria after a summer move to the Camp Nou, fired the best chance of the first half over the crossbar in the 18th minute after being played in from a clever pass by Gavi. The Poland striker missed 2 more legitimate chances as the first half played out, while Bayern rarely threatened Marc-Andre ter Stegen's goal, and the teams went into the dressing room level at 0-0. The hosts, who had keeper Manuel Neuer to thank for keeping them in the game, scored 5 minutes after the restart with defender Hernandez's header from a Joshua Kimmich corner. Before Barcelona had time to regroup, Bayern struck again when Jamal Musiala flicked a perfect pass for Sane and the Germany international slipped the ball past keeper Marc-Andre ter Stegen. Pedri hit the post in the 63rd minute as Barca tried to bounce back, but the Germans comfortably held on for the 3 points. They next host Czech side Plzeň on October 4th. Xavi Hernandez's side, still in second place in the group, now face a crunch pair of back-to-back matches against Internazionale, who are third, that could go a long way to determining which team will advance to the knockout round. We made 6 or 7 big goal chances but missed them and Bayern took their opportunity, Xavi said after the match. We competed, we played very well and had we scored it would have been a completely different match. This is the Champions League though. You need to compete and you try to avoid the marking error at the corner which let them go 1-0 up. Bayern sit atop the group on 6 points from their first 2 matches after beating Inter 2-0 on Wednesday in Milan. Prior to the match, supporters at the Allianz held up banners in protest of match delays in the Champions League due to the death of Queen Elizabeth II. Liverpool vs Ajax. Matip plays Anfield hero in 89th minute. Joel Matip's 89th-minute goal saved Jurgen Klopp blushes as Liverpool rebounded from a brutal start to the UEFA Champions League group stage to beat Ajax 2-1 at Anfield on Tuesday. Mohamed Salah put the Reds ahead but Mohamed Kudus leveled the line and both sides missed several chances to claim an advantage until Matip's header crossed the goal line and was recognized by the goal decision system. Jurgen Klopp's side were in danger of starting the UEFA Champions League group stage in very poor fashion after being smashed 4-1 at Napoli in their group opener last time out, while Ajax had smashed Glasgow Rangers. After Premier League games were postponed at the weekend as a mark of respect following the death of Queen Elizabeth II, Liverpool held talks with UEFA about hosting the clash at Anfield vs Ajax and it has been given the green light. Liverpool held a minute's silence before and players wore black armbands as a mark of respect for Queen Elizabeth II. Their game at Chelsea on Sunday has been postponed due to events around the Queen's funeral taking place in London on Monday. Virgil van Dijk reaction. Ex-players tried to get us down but we didn't listen. It was very important to show a positive reaction. It's not easy to turn it around, but it is a step in the right direction, Van Dijk said, later adding, we are not listening to the outside world. A lot of ex-football players know what we go through. They say a lot to put us down, but we know the last game was unacceptable and this was a step in the right direction. Jurgen Klopp reaction. Good bounce back from Napoli loss. Everybody could see that we understood that we had to put a completely different shift. We played a lot of good stuff against a really hard-fighting opponent. Incredible strike from Kudus. In the last moments we could have defended better. It's like another test, if you want. Everybody's hoping it just goes in the right direction and you get the setback, and you could see the impact of that. The pressing before their goal was much better than after their goal, and we only talk about a yard or two in these moments. If we press, we have to do it right. So half-time 1-1, and it was clear we had to go back to how we started because it was intense for Ajax, too. Nothing is over, either negative nor positive. It is a first step, a very important step for us, and now we have a strange break, pretty long. Messi's PSG form is excellent with Champions League, World Cup in his sights. The stat says a lot about the kind of season Lionel Messi is having so far. In the Big Five European leagues, the Paris Saint-Germain number 30, who faces Maccabi Haifa in Israel on Wednesday night in the Champions League, is the player with the most successful dribbles this campaign with 30. Who is behind him? Jude Bellingham with 19. In short, Messi is back and the stats show it. His performances show it, too, with 3 goals and 7 assists already and 22 chances created in just 7 League One matches. His body language seems to show that he's happy with his football, with his team and with his life in Paris. The contrast with last season is quite strong, obviously. Despite his 14 assists in the league, his output was still far from what we expected from him. This season is very different. At 35, he will never be the Messi that he was a decade ago, as you'd expect, but he's certainly playing at a level that's close to his best. His creativity is evident, he's more strategic with when he chooses to accelerate with the ball, and his dribbling in small spaces is as sharp as ever. His energy levels are high, making him breathtaking to watch at times. On Saturday, against Brest, in a match that saw PSG looking sluggish and average, Messi was the only one making things happen. His magnificent pass for Neymar on the Brazilian's goal was worthy of his career highlight reel. The dynamic is real, and the Argentine is enjoying himself again. Last season was a struggle at times because of all the changes precipitated by leaving Barcelona after nearly 2 decades. In addition to assimilating at a new club, with a new manager and new teammates, there were the personal elements of moving to new country, starting a new life, scouting a new school for his children and so on. A year on from that seismic change, Messi has had time to digest it all and adapt. His fellow Argentines on the PSG squad, midfielder Leandro Paredes and winger Ángel Di Maria, left the French capital this summer. Both men ended up joining Juventus, the former on loan and the latter as a free agent, which meant Messi had to open up a bit more with the rest of the squad, which he is enjoying. The change of manager has been a big thing too. He didn't really get on with Mauricio Pochettino but likes working with Christophe Galtier. He thinks the new system with a back 3 is a good idea, and he's enjoying his more central position. Last year, Pochettino kept playing him wide, which he can't do anymore at his age with the same efficiency. This is obviously a very important year and season for him, and it's probably the biggest reason why his start of the season has been so good. The World Cup, his last one, is fast approaching on the horizon and Messi must be ready for it. Since he made his debut for Argentina back in 2005, scoring 86 goals in 162 caps, this is probably his best chance of winning it. The Copa America triumph in 2021 lifted so much pressure off his shoulders as his first international trophy, aside from Olympic gold in 2008 with the under-23s, and meant so much to him and to the whole country. What he has been building with head coach Lionel Scaloni is a proper team that defends and attacks together, with a renewed sense of unity and team spirit. Messi really believes that he will win the World Cup with Argentina, and doing well with PSG until he leaves for Qatar on November 16 is very important. He has to arrive at the first game against Saudi Arabia on November 22 in optimum form. Everything he does now is geared towards his World Cup dream, and PSG are benefiting from it. The club is very happy with what Messi is showing and doing, according to sources. Messi even came back early from his summer holidays and made himself very accessible to club sponsors on their preseason tour in Japan. Things have been going well on and off the pitch ever since. PSG bosses know that if winning the World Cup drives him, winning the Champions League should have the same motivational effect over the second half of the season. Lifting the trophy for the 5th time is also a huge objective for him this season. Messi reportedly feels that PSG have something special this year and that they can go all the way. In Paris, both Galtier and new PSG sporting director Luis Campos would love Messi to stay at least another season. He has the option for a third year in his contract, one that he and the club need to agree upon to trigger it. The idea at the club is that they want to offer him a new 2-year deal, the option year plus another, in order to extend his stay at the club. The Argentine didn't say yes or no, instead telling executives that he will not talk about his future before the World Cup. While they wait for discussions to begin on Messi's preferred timetable, at least they can enjoy a bit more of his magic in the meantime. And those are also the most outstanding morning news today. Thank you to everyone for listening and following redsarmy's daily news. If you find the video interesting and useful, please click like and subscribe to our channel so you don't miss any of the latest sports news.